All right, so I'm not quite sure if this is working or not. So hopefully this is streaming, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm just trying to test this out just a little bit and see if this is streaming. So hopefully this is streaming. So I just wanted to jump on here real quick, test this out just a little bit, see if it's streaming. Says that it is. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I want to read from my book here a little bit. And this one's labeled, Who is Your Mentor? All right, so a mentor is someone who leads by example by following his or her own advice. And it is through this example that you look up to and you want to be just like that person in every way because they set a standard that you want to follow or you want to emulate. All right, so there's many reasons why you want to follow or emulate someone that you look up to as your mentor. You know, maybe it's the way that they walk, maybe it's the way they talk, maybe it's that they have money, or maybe it's material things that they have, such as cars, fancy clothes, or maybe even the way that they handle particular situations or circumstances, whether it be personally or professionally. You know, throughout my life as a leader, I have experienced some good examples and I've experienced some bad examples of leadership. I've definitely learned from the bad and I've taken from the good so that I can put within my leader's tool bag and pass those things that I've learned on to those that I lead. Okay, so the most important thing that I've done as a mentor is pass along all those things that I've learned so that the cycle can continue. All right, the importance of this becomes more evident as we mentor our young children to become what we want them to be so that our future is secure. We must start to pass along those things that we've learned, and we must do that absolutely now. All right, so this was just a quick live. Once again, just me kind of testing things out and see if this worked or not. So I really don't know if this worked or not, but it looks like it is. I can't really tell. So I really don't know if this worked or not, but it looks like it is actually working here. So yeah, I just realized that I actually am on live and it is streaming. So this is actually kind of cool here. So I didn't realize I could open this up in another screen. So anyway, now that I actually do know that it is live, I guess I can keep going here. I didn't think about clicking on my channel just to see if it actually was playing or not. All right, so here's one that I like to call practice moderation. All right, so if you're going to do something, you should give it your all by being dedicated and never quit. All right, this is true for some things, but not all things. All right, there's absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying all the wonderful things in life, but it is essential that you practice in moderation and don't overindulge yourself. All right, and all the things that life could potentially lead, basically all this stuff could lead to having a negative impact on your life. Okay, so it's okay to enjoy the things that you love in life, such as food or drink, and the many desires or impulses that can be considered fun. But be careful not to overdo things, all right, to the point that it's detrimental to either you or those that are around you. Okay, so you should have the wisdom to know when enough is enough, and then say no to yourself. Or guess what? The consequences could absolutely be severe. So if you're watching here, it looks like somebody's watching, can't really tell, but leave me a comment in the chat box and let me know that you're watching so that way I know who is watching my live stream. Okay, so here's a couple of examples of how practicing moderation is of the utmost importance. All right, there's nothing wrong with eating foods that you enjoy, but you don't have to eat yourself into submission by going back for seconds or thirds, and then piling on dessert at the end. Okay, this is extremely unhealthy, and without proper diet or exercise, you could end up with a number of health problems, to include obesity and possibly diabetes. Okay, so when you're out on the town with your friends, how many times have you been in a public place and seen some people laughing or joking and carrying on extremely loud to the point that it bothers and annoys everyone around them? You know, it's okay to have fun, but you need to be considerate of others in the fact that they might not want to enjoy the same joke or conversation that you are, um, and you need to be aware of that. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right, so here's one that I like to call dealing with hardship or adversity. Okay, so here's the deal. We've all had things that has happened to us in which the extenuating circumstances were beyond our control. And there was nothing that we could do about it that led to either a personal, professional, financial, or family hardship. Okay, so when these things happen, it is easy to just give up and quit. But you have to stay the course and come to the realization that just because something negative is happening right now, that it's only temporary. And as long as we take the necessary action to change or resolve the situation or circumstance, it will better our chances of overcoming the adversity or the hardship that we are facing. Okay? All right, so if you're watching, please let me know in the chat that you're watching. That way I can see exactly who is watching. It looks like I got a couple of people watching now, but once again, I can't really tell who is actually watching. Oh, you know what? Now I can. That's absolutely interesting. Now I can. I guess now I can see. That's interesting. All right, so here's the deal. It's only human to fear the unknown and want to quit when faced with hardship or adversity, but you have to believe in yourself, okay, that you are going to get through the tough times. Once you do make it past the difficulty that you're facing, you will, hey, how's everything going? Nice to see you in here watching. Soli? All right, thanks for joining me here today. Just testing out OBS here, so I kind of set up a live stream here using OBS. I've never used it before, so I was just kind of going through setting up some of the settings here and just once again testing things out. So hopefully it's working. Looks like it's working here. Looks like everything looks good. Looks like everything sounds good here. So I'm just trying to get used to how this looks. So if everything looks good to you, let me know. If everything sounds good, please, once again, let me know. All right. Appreciate it. All right, so here's one that I like to call take a walk. All right, so I'm basically an extremely busy person, okay? I do have a day job. I also have multiple jobs once I'm done with that day job here. So I do a lot of different things. You know, once again, I am an author. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a leadership expert, life coach, mentor. I'm an entrepreneur. I run multiple websites. You know, I do a lot of things, okay? Needless to say, I'm definitely an extremely busy person. But, you know, sometimes I need to take a break. Okay, sometimes I need to get some fresh air. I need to reset my body and mind. And then once I do that, then I can get back after it. Okay, one great way that I do this is by taking walks throughout my organization or even throughout my house or around the neighborhood here. You know, sometimes I do. I go outside, take a little bit of a break, you know, and I do things. Yeah, I take a walk. All right, so getting out of your chair or your office and then taking that walk around has many benefits. All right, and when you feel like you are overworked, overwhelmed, you feel like your back is against the wall and you are about to pull all your hair out, it may be time to take a break or go take a walk or something. You know, take yourself away from that particular environment and then, you know, go get some exercise. Take that mental and that physical break. Okay? All right, so what this does is this helps break the monotony of whatever it is that I'm doing. It gets my blood flowing throughout my body and my brain again. And depending on who I run into during my walk around the building, it could lead to an energizing conversation that inspires and motivates me to think of things from a different perspective, or kind of gives me food for thought, so to speak. Okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with getting out about and mingling with your fellow coworkers as long as you are not being, I guess, over loud or invasive of others' privacy. and then interrupting the quality of workflow of other people in the surrounding areas. So go ahead, get up, get out, take that walk, and re-energize yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, so on and so forth. All right, so I've got to cut this short. Once again, I just kind of wanted to test this. I have tested it, and I see that there are some things that need to definitely be improved. So I'm going to try to make those improvements, and we shall see exactly how I can make these improvements. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing that. But once again, thank you for watching. I just kind of wanted to test out this whole live stream thing here using OBS. And thank you for joining me today.